Surely one of the most overused plots ever is to take a group of people to a single location and kill them off in a hopefully compelling and probably elaborate and very gruesome way. It's been used so many times for so many movies, particularly horror movies, but also for actions or thrillers or things. I'm thinking of Reservoir Dogs. They pretty much take people to one location and kill them off. And that is the basic plot for The Void, a low-budget Canadian movie that's arrived on Blu-ray, DVD, video on demand, however you want to consume your entertainment. To elaborate on the plot a little bit more, it's about a sheriff that stumbles across this guy in the middle of the road, takes him to a severely understaffed hospital. It's understaffed because there's been a recent fire and there's a very skeleton staff there, very skeleton. But that's just a hokey reason to have a limited amount of people in this hospital. Now the bad guys in this one are a cult of people who are dressed all in white with this black triangle where their face should be, and that allows us into this really strange imagery that some of the movie has. These triangles are all the way through the movie. It's very Lovecraftian and very John Carpenter-ish. It's the sort of mix of those two worlds. The animals, beasts, the strange creatures that populate this movie are tentacle, human hybrids, weird things that have this strange secretions that move out their pores and just look gnarly, and they're practical special effects, which is really nice to see in this day and age when it's almost too easy to rely on CG. But in this movie they go for the practical effects and it pays off. Yeah, they never quite look real, but they're real enough and they're tangible enough for the actors to interact with them and not to look CG crap. The characters that are all in Void here are not really fleshed out. We get a little bit of backstory between the sheriff and one of the doctors, but other than that, people are just there. This is who they are an archetype, and we're pretty much waiting for people to die off at points throughout the movie. The movie starts off extremely strong. I was hooked by the premise. I was really interested by the look of the bad guys. I thought that was an interesting trait to have the black triangle on their face. I thought that was a really cool imagery that the movie had. But very quickly you realise that the movie is going to run out of original ideas and rely on traits and things that we've seen before, and we've seen before done better. One of the biggest things that lets us down is the editing of the movie, where things just seem to happen without any preamble, without anything really being alluded to, and it doesn't quite make sense. It's a little bit choppy. It could have used a little bit better editing in some of the scenes. Now, I'm a horror fan and I like to see things done practically, and it does do that, but I really do feel that the story lets this one down. The production values are very good, especially for a budget of $3 million. It looks as if there's been a lot more, and the practical effects, it's obvious that they've thrown money at it because it looks terrific. But that can only carry the movie so far, and the fact that the characters and the story arc of them isn't great kind of lets it down. That together with a very understated ending that I was not overly keen on brought this movie down for me. Overall, I liked The Void. I didn't love it. It has definite problems, and you can see that all the way through the story, from the strong opening where they don't really explain too much, to the ropey sort of character development, to the sort of limp finale that, although looks cool, doesn't really pack anything other than looking cool. I gave The Void 3 out of 5, basically because of the practical effects and how good they look. It loses points because of the story, because it's something we've seen before. The acting's fine, the characters aren't that great, but it's a horror movie, so the characters are never really always that great. But it's 90 minutes, it's a low budget movie, it should do with some support. If you're into this kind of thing, you may like it. There's lots of shots that remind you of John Carpenter's work in The Thing all the way through this. The practical effects, like I've said countless times already, are terrific. The movie just doesn't hold up on story and plot, which is unfortunate. Still, if you've seen The Void, let me know in the comment box below what you thought of it, and I'll see you next time on Man vs. Film.